looking pretty chilly for the week. Here's Darren.
It is. Thanks, Ben. There'll be a few wet dogs out there today as well, I suspect. But after today, the weather will become a little bit quieter. It's going to be turning drier, but it's also going to be getting colder once again with a return to more frost around at night. Now, today we've seen this area of low pressure wandering southeastwards across England and Wales, bringing with it cloud, bringing with it outbreaks of rain. And in the past few hours, it's been turning a bit wetter here across parts of the Midlands.
Good afternoon. It has been a rather grey start to the new week. Rather overcast skies first thing this morning with some outbreaks of sometimes quite heavy rain. Now the rain this afternoon is still there. It's still damp. It's still breezy, but it will become a little patchier as it starts to move away.
Hello again. After today's miserable weather, tomorrow and Wednesday are looking a little bit brighter, but it is getting colder and we've got some frosty mornings to come. We'll probably get away with it tomorrow morning though for most of us. Right. Temperatures, they will definitely go down. And if you take a look at London, by the time we get to Wednesday, we could be 6 degrees colder and it's going to be obviously very cold at night as well. So worth wrapping up warm. And then into the evening, plenty more clear skies developing. And so those temperatures will plummet. And we are looking at quite a widespread frost as we move on into Wednesday and Thursday as well. And then Thursday and Friday, that's where we start to get a bit more uncertainty, that question mark over whether we might see a bit of snow here or there. It's definitely worth keeping an eye on the forecast. Either way, it's going to be cold. I'll see you later on. Cheerio.
Hello, Sophie. Well, you might not think it, but it was a little bit milder today, for some of us at least. Next few days, however, it looks so that the temperatures are going to be dropping. So some cold nights on the way in particular, sharp frosts once again. The further north you are, I think the colder it'll be. But there'll be some sunshine around as well.
Thank you, Victoria. Well, it's certainly starting to feel a bit chillier. It's been a rather grey, old, murky start to the new week. A lot of cloud around first thing this morning and some heavy outbreaks of rain. You see rather grey, overcast skies here in Stoke Newington. And it didn't really improve. We've had quite a bit of rain as well. That rain has been quite heavy and quite persistent.
And Alex is in Bristol for us tonight. And it could be a very cold week ahead for some of us.
That's right, Charlene. I think it's going to be a bit of a shock to the system. There is even talk of some snow, which we'll talk about in a minute or so. But I don't think these Christmas trees behind me are going to be at all fazed by the cold weather that's going to be incoming. In fact, I'm at a Christmas tree farm in Bristol, and Christmas tree farms up and down the country will be very busy as we head through the next week or so. That's when most people come and purchase their tree and put it up as we head into the first week of December. But I do have a top tip from the Christmas tree farmers here in Bristol, and they say when you're picking your perfect tree, just don't go on the look alone, go on the weight. Apparently, the heavier the Christmas tree, the more water it contains and the laster it will long. And as you can see here in Bristol, there are plenty to choose from, but they're going to have to cope with a bit of cold weather that's going to be incoming as we head through the next few days. In fact, let's take a look at the air mass chart and see where all this cold air is coming through. And it's going to be feeding in from the north, and temperatures are really going to plummet. We're expecting some widespread sharp frost, and there's going to be a big drop in temperatures. So today, temperatures have been certainly on the fresh side, but when we look at the comparison chart between today and Wednesday, you can see just how much colder it is going to be. Temperatures could be at around maybe 1-2 degrees Celsius across some parts. So the temperatures that you're seeing on the chart are the daytime highs. As I say, some parts may not even get that high. So make sure you do wrap up warm as we head through the next few days. As I say, there is talk of some snow. In fact, we've seen some wintry flurries today. Take a look at this picture of Holmos in West Yorkshire. Certainly a light dusting there. And we could see more of this as we head through the next few days. Right, let's take a look at the forecast. Well, it certainly has been a bit of a grey and damp start to the week in some parts of the country. Certainly in Bristol early this afternoon, there was cloudy skies, outbreaks of rain, but that could be turning a little on the wintry side as we head through the coming days. As I say, turning a lot colder, and there is a possibility of some snow in some areas, particularly across the north. Well, that's the way it is looking here in Bristol. Certainly a chill in the air, but as I say, Charlene, it is expected to get noticeably colder over the coming days.
Now, the forecast for later in the week was causing us a few headaches, but it looks more likely now that this area of low pressure is going to steer to the south of the UK, so the threat of significant snow is reduced. But of course, if the low is further north into the colder air, we could be back into a snowy story. But with the low to the south, we're going to tap into much colder air that's going to move down all the way from Scandinavia.